COOH. And it's called a carboxyl group. And the suffix for this is oic, O-I-C. Oic, O-I-C. Now the simplest one is when on the other side we have an H. How do you name it? We go back to the parent hydrocarbon, which is methane. We knock off the E, and we add oic. It's called methanoic acid. In hospitals, it's called formic acid. This one, the parent hydrocarbon is ethane. We knock off the E, we add oic. It's called ethanoic acid. If we add this, the parent hydrocarbon is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexane, knock off the E, hexanoic acid. And if we add this, the parent hydrocarbon is benzene. We knock off the E, it's benzoic acid. Now some of you should begin to realize now that when we go from one functional group to the other, the only thing that changes is the suffix, isn't it? If we have different functional groups where it has 3 carbons, the prefix will always be pro. But the group name, the suffix will be different. So as you move from one group to another, the functional group changes. And it's a functional group that characterizes these organic molecules and divide them into different groups. An alkene, we know, must have a C double bond C. Now, one thing I forgot to mention. Please remember, if I have an OH group attached to a benzene ring, it's not called an alcohol. What's it called? A phenol, yes. We've done that today already. A phenol. And phenols are totally different from alcohols. I should have mentioned that earlier on. So just bear that in mind. An OH group attached to a benzene ring is not called an alcohol. It's called a phenol. So your acids and the COOH group is the group that imparts acidic characteristics to organic molecules. Now, how do you prepare carboxylic acids? Again, we've done this already. Prepare carboxylic acid, either the oxidation of a primary alcohol or an aldehyde. You've seen me put this reaction on the board already. we start off with ethanol. We lose 2 hydrogens, and we get ethanol. And we pick up an oxygen, and we get ethanoic acid. So I can start from the alcohol and go all the way through, or I can start from the aldehyde, just one step. So it's either the oxide prepared either from the oxidation of a primary alcohol or an aldehyde.